Alright, welcome back to Rustaholic. I'm Patrick, and we're still working on the 1963 Corvair. What I have in front of us here is the 1965, actually, 110 horsepower flat six from Corvair, Chevrolet. And we're going to tear it apart. That's the whole plan. We're just going to start unbolting as far as we can go. I did order some parts, so yeah, we have to disassemble before we can reassemble. So I'm gonna start with the starter and just go from there, I guess. All right, I think I'm gonna try to take off all the rest of these, I don't know, shroud, cooling components, I don't know, the sheet metal here that's just attached. We're gonna go ahead and take all this off, and it looks like it's layered from front to back to front. It's one of those things. So I'm gonna take this off first, and it's layered. So taking this off, then I should be able to take this off, then I should be able to take this stuff off. We'll see. Alright, now that all the sheet metal's off, I think I'm going to work on these accessories back here. And where did this come from? Oh, here it is. And start pulling all of this stuff off. See if we can get it as bare bones as possible. quarters. That's fun. I was having a heck of a time trying to figure out what is the bolt size to get into this thing? I couldn't find any in the shop and I kept choosing the wrong ones. Actually looked it up online and it's just a 3/8. And I have 3/8 all over the place. I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is not gonna fit in that hole. There's no way, it's way too big. It fits just fine. That is the weirdest optical illusion I've ever seen. It just doesn't look like it should do that, but it does. It's a 3/8, 3/8 by 16 to pull the harmonic balancer, just in case you're wondering. All right, I think that's as far as we're gonna go for now for the accessories here. I could pull this off, but then I think it's just gonna like leak a bunch of stuff. And really, I think we've got everything pretty much removed here that I want for now until we get the diff and the transmission. This is it, this is the transmission right here. Anyway, we gotta get this separated. If I can get this separated, then we'll have access to this front main seal right here, which I need to get fixed first. Then we can clean up and get the converter and the bell housing back on, and then I can get it on an engine stand. And that's my kind of plan, is get it on the engine stand, and then we can deal with everything else. Transmission and diff, we're just gonna put it to the side. I don't think it's leaking right now. Might do the seals here for the diff. But I don't think I'm going to separate this at all. So the tricky part, at least what I've heard, is that these need to get pulled apart like in an even horizontal way. And there's an input shaft that goes basically from here all the way through the transmission. And we don't want to have any weight on that. We want to be able to pull it out as evenly as possible. So for that, I'm going to try to use the hoist and get this lined up. So let me see what I can do about getting this into some kind of janky configuration and see if we can't get these two parts separated. All right, that's a plan. All right, phase one is complete. You can see here I got my 2x4 under the bell housing, and so now the diff and the trans is floating. So now I just need to get some kind of strap or something hooked up to the hoist here, and we'll just pull these things apart. All right, let me see what I can get together. Bam! There it is. This is what I'm gonna try to do here. So I got the straps. I think this is gonna work, but I did notice I jumped the gun a little bit. I still have the flex plate connected to the converter inside the bell housing. So had to put the crank bolt back on, and now I got to take these off, rotate it, take the other ones off, see if they'll even come off. Yeah. And then we can actually try to separate something. All right, and 3. So that should be separated. The only thing that we have left is there's 3 bolts here on the bell housing connecting us to the diff, and we should be able to take those out and then hopefully pull these apart. I'm gonna go label these up and we'll do that. All right, here we go. That I can't get in there. Come on. All right. So that's cool, I think. And I took the last two that were on the bottom. I already took those off while I was under the car. Thanks to Slow Car Fix and Sealed Beam Ralley team for hooking me up with that advice. So that's good stuff. All right, let's see. Is that the end of it? Huh. Well, we seem to have reached an impasse where neither party wants to proceed. All right, there's no real weight on this, so now it's about, what is that sticking on? Really doesn't want to give it up one way or the other. I feel like this should come out just as much as this should come out. I wonder if I gotta crack this guy. Oh, I've moved. I wonder if I gotta crack this to clear a clip or something. That's something I didn't think about. But we're not putting any weight on this shaft right now, so I think that's okay. But I kind of feel like this should come out. All right, well, let me think on that for a bit. All right, I admit I missed it, but I was just trying to pull this out, and this shaft has decided to stay with this group. I think that's good. I think that's good. I don't think I bent this thing up at all. These teeth look all really good. So I think we're gonna call this separated. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this guy. How does this come? Oh, just like that. Okay. Oh, am I leaking? Nope. Okay. Hey, this doesn't go all the way through. Huh, for some reason I thought this went all the way through into here, but it does not. All right, converter's out. I've been kind of staring at this thing for a little minute, trying to figure out what I should do next. Originally I was thinking I'm gonna take the flex plate out and go ahead and remove the bell housing, get it all cleaned up. But at that point, it's just stuck on the table. Yeah, I could take a couple more things off, but I couldn't rotate it. I don't know. Now, and my parts aren't coming for a while, so they're coming from the West Coast, so it could be a week or two, I don't know. But, so I'm thinking now, leave the bell housing on, go ahead and put it on the engine stand, and then at least I can rotate it around. I can pull off everything else without being disrupted too much. And when we finally do get the parts, instead of this being the first thing I fix, it'll just have to be the last thing I fix. So that should be all right, right? Why not? And plus, if I do that, I can keep going, and that's always better than stopping. So let's do that. This is a little sketch, but I just need to get this to the end of the table. Now I gotta figure out how this is gonna work. Huh. Okay. Oh my, was that a battle. First I didn't have the right screws. Overcame that. Couldn't get this thing level right. It was all tilted sideways. Had to strap it to like get it up. But finally, it's attached to this engine stand, and I think it's solid. So at the very least, we're going to release this thing and see if it holds. Here we go. Oh, it's sketch. Why do I feel like that bell housing is just going to snap? It's not snapping. But I don't know if I trust it. Seems solid. All right. Totally honest, I'm done for today. I'm tired. All right, well, we got it on the stand. I'm gonna leave it just as it is, just in case. And if it makes it until tomorrow or the day after that or the day after that or whenever it is I get back in here, if it's still on the stand, then I'll take it off. Should be okay. But, all right, we'll come back then. I changed my mind. Yep, that's what happened. I started cleaning up and I figured, you know what, it's probably fine. So I put everything else away. It's on the stand all by itself. And I think that's gonna call it for this episode. At this point, we're just waiting for parts. Once the parts come, I'm not planning on pulling off the heads or anything like that. I'm just doing sealing of everything else that I possibly can. So once those parts come, we'll just pull stuff off, replace the seals, and put them back on. So we'll see you next time. Really appreciate everybody watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye. Poppy says bye too. Shop cat. All right.